what was your first big purchase after your rookie deal?
After my rookie deal?
What's it going to be after
So, actually for me, my rookie deal wasn't a purchase. I ended up dropping $100K and paying off my sister's student debt loan.
That's awesome.
So that was my first thing I did with my money.
How was that? How was it telling her that? Was it cool?
It was cool, man. Yeah, it was cool telling her that, man. Awesome. Hurt a little more when I seen it go on my checking account.
You're like $100 grand, because at that point you're making a lot of money, but you're not making like $10.
I wasn't making no bread, bro. Yeah. So
that's a lot for you.
Right. And like literally seeing the signing bonus hit first, and then seeing half of it, like, you know what I mean, go away.
Taxes.
I was like, damn, this shit.
So take me through like what actually happened. So the season ends.
Yeah.
You're now a free agent, right?
Yeah.
What's that process like from that moment to the time that you sign with the Dolphins? Right. What's that like?
So season ends. I'm now a free agent. We'll have our exit meetings, whatever like that. I was still going to the Arizona facility just because you can still go up there up until like the Wednesday of when free agency starts. Yeah. So I was still getting free treatment, getting my body taken care of.
They don't kick you out of that place.
They don't kick you out of it. Yeah. Nah, they want to, but they don't do it. I was just getting my treatment and stuff like that. And then once I kind of got my schedule kind of going, what you do is you'll sit down with your agent. You'll really just talk about, okay, Chase, what is it you want? Yeah. What's your priorities? What I did was I had a list of like 5 priorities. And it was like, I think some of them was like fan base, quarterback play, city life, state taxes, and then like at the end playoff contention. Yeah. And I kind of just marked those, okay, what's most important to me from 1 through 5. And I think for me, salary was 1, contender was 2, 3 was, I believe, city lifestyle, 4 was like quarterback play, and then 5 was fan base, I think. And so what I did was I just looked at every single team that I knew had interest in me, and I kind of just crossed it off, bro. I kind of ranked it like, okay, this team, I get this many needs, This team I kind of just graded out like a legit
kind of
test
like
score.
Recruiting again.
Like a legit test score, bro. Just so I can play out these situations in my head before they even happen. Because the one thing I didn't want to happen was to get a call from my agent and say, okay, this is the offer. These are your 2 offers. What are you going to do? And I'm over here like, damn, I didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't think this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just tried to do it as best as I could to play it out.
Yeah. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I'm going to go with Larry's quote. This is so funny. Larry Fitz told me and Kirk and Trent, he was like, because I remember asking him, I think we were all out at dinner one time, and I was like, yo, big bro, like, do you have any regrets on not chasing the ring?
Yeah.
Because, Larry, bro,
One team his whole career.
He is the epitome of just a pro's pro. And if it was one guy that I felt deserved the ring, it was Larry. Especially that run he did with the Super Bowl.
Crazy.
And to lose it like that. And he looked at me. He said, Chase, no matter how you eat the sandwich, no matter how you cut that motherfucker, the bread always comes first.
That's great.
And like it was such a fun moment, and it was so funny. But like, and again, like he's right. And I like how I was talking to you about Miami. Like at the end of the day, Adam, you start looking at them numbers, bro.
Yeah.
The bread is gonna come first, and obviously he doesn't mean like worship money and shit like that. Yeah. But I think when you think about that, when you really think of money as finite, and you gotta hold on to that and really just keep it all to your name, I think your decision making will become so much better in your life, in whatever direction somebody goes. You know what I'm saying? So I think I use that quote to anybody that asks me a question too. I'll be like, look, man, however you eat the sandwich, bread gonna come first.
You were thinking that during free agency the whole time, right?
I asked Larry when I was thinking about my business decision making. I asked him, I said, hey, bro, like, this is what I'm going through right now. This is where my mind's at. He said, bro, I'm telling you make sure you handle. Yeah. Make sure you taken care of, and everything else will work itself out in your life.
So when it comes to the money side of it, is 2 years, $12.6 million, I think was the exact number, right? 6.5 guaranteed.
6.5 guaranteed for sure.
Is that what was your mindset going into it? Like what number were you at where you're like, man, this is where I want to be?
And I think for me again, it kind of was, I compared all my teams, all of it together. Yeah. So like I knew obviously if I wanted to go to a playoff contender, which in my mind it was like the 2 that really stuck out to me was Tampa and Buffalo. I knew obviously I wasn't going to get the same number that I was getting from Miami. So for me, it was like, okay, if I'm going to go to a playoff contending team, I'm trying to get still at least like 4 a year. You know, I'm trying to get 4 a year where I'm not really playing on like a 2-year, $7 million deal when after taxes, I'm not really, I'm not making as much as I was making my last year, my rookie deal, you know? So for me, that was kind of my number setting into it. And like if I was going to go to like, you know, kind of like a rebuilding team, it obviously would have to go up more. But that's really how I played it, bro. And it's, you know, you never think like the business side plays into it until it does. You know, I always thought of myself as like a guy who, man, I'm all about the football and I'm all about the winning and I'm all about the, you know, trying to create the best memories for myself. But just being in the NFL, bro, and seeing how they treat guys, like how the business goes, like the short stick of it, dog, like you got to take care of yourself, you know, at the end of the day.
What's your relationship like with some of those Cardinals guys, Cliff and Kyler and all those guys?
Like my brothers forever, bro. Like in every sense of the word. Like it was funny you say that because we was like all talking. We were all, after everybody was doing their free agency deal, we were all in that group chat. And I was just like, hey, y'all I can't say that word. Y'all better not kick me out of this damn group chat when the season started.
Yeah, it's gonna be out of that.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes, but the season started, everybody act like, oh, well, Jay's gotta go. You're not even on the team no more. But nah, man, those are my brothers. We talk every day. We'll probably get together and do like some type of like last supper thing before I get up out of here and before everybody goes their separate ways. But awesome locker room, man. Awesome guys, awesome experience for real.
Yeah, no, that's sick, man. That's What are your plans after you're done playing football? I've heard GM, I've heard media, I've heard.
I got a lot.
What are we doing, man?
What's crazy is though, bro, I ain't even bragging. I can do them all.
Literally.
I swear I can do a damn good job in them all, whichever one I choose. But I think it depends how my football career goes. I think that's
how long you play.
How long I play, who I meet, the connections I make. Cause like in the perfect world, bro, the app takes off. I can manage the app. That's something I want to do because I literally started that thing from the ground up. And like, you know, when you start investing time into stuff, bro, like you start getting connected to things and you don't want to really give it up like that. You don't want to see it fail. Yeah. So I take a lot of pride in that. But I wanted to be a GM. I don't know if I could do a GM because I don't think I could ever get myself to that side of things. Yeah. Like to go from former player to a GM is two different sides. Because to be a GM, you got to be cutthroat, bro. No doubt. You got to be cutthroat to save your own ass, save your job, and make sure the team is right. But then also to be on the side of being the player and seeing the ugly side of the business and seeing how organizations treat players, it's like I don't know if I could do that. You know, and that's just not who I am. I'm not that type of person. Would love to go into media. Yeah. Would love to go on TV. Talk about football. Talk about sports. The Stephen A. Smith, all that. So I'm taking it a day at a time, bro. See where it goes. But if I had to put money on it, it's probably gonna be something with media. Yeah. Backup dream job though is to be a Hollywood actor.
What changed the game in media, as you probably realize, is like the gambling money.
Yeah.
Now that gambling's legal, like it just changed everything. Because now like FanDuel and Barstool Sportsbook and DraftKings, they're all throwing money behind sports. Before it was illegal. That's
gonna be a whole other topic because I think the gambling in the sports world and how they're kind of monetizing it. I don't know if I'm making sense with this, but I think it's gonna get to the point of like how college kids are trying to get paid. Yeah. Because I don't see how all this money being bet on my name or my individual stats and I don't profit at all. Now they gotta find a way obviously to make it to where you're not impacting the integrity of the game. For sure. But I also do think there's something wrong with the fact that the NFL can prioritize gambling, put gambling in stadiums, and then the players on that field, you telling me we can't benefit from that?